Hello, welcome back to another game on Arena 1v1 between Modri in blue as the Japanese and Dark Noob in yellow as the Celts. Now I picked this game for the Civilization matchup, Japanese against Celts. I think I haven't seen before. I'm quite happy that Modri is back to playing 1v1s. I think he was playing a team game now and then, but apparently he's come back to Arena. I'm really happy about this. Now only two contests missing, I think, and the Arena community might be complete again, or at least like from a year ago, year and a half, there were a lot of active arena players. Now we have a few new arena players like Dark Noob, which is really nice. And it's only missing the tournaments. Of course, Clown Cup. Yeah, when I'm uploading this, it already happened. So I'm not sure what happened there. As for me, it's before that Friday. And I hope I can catch it. This game between Japanese and Celts for the Civilization matchup, we could talk a little bit about that. And I guess we will have the time because I took this game from Woobly and saw... Oh. That's a big file size, so 2-hour game almost, I think. My sheep didn't take them. Let's see about the sheep from... Yeah, there they are. What's the problem for Modri? He's got the sheep here. And well, that's why I lost. Okay, maybe that was a game before, I don't know. We have full year inside for Modri as well. Japanese against Celts. We expect to see like Road Raiders and Siege for the Celts. And for Japanese, I'm not sure. Trebuchets are good, but not against the Siege that Celts is using, I guess. That's not a perfect board, but it's okay-ish, I guess. Then we could see Champions, obviously. We could see Samurai. We might see Arbalest to open the game in Imperial Age if there is no big cast late rush or anything. Onager against Heavy Scorpions from the Celts, possible. We might see Monks against Siege Onagers even. Siege Jumps for the Celts should be good. I'm not sure what's going to happen in this game, so I'm really interested to find out how the players are going to do this, what the plans are, and yeah, who's going to win in the end. For the maps, it looks okay-ish for Modri to have the main goat on the side, main stone. Close to the walls, but not too far forward. Second stone, though, on the same side as outside. I hope we're not going to see any form of trash. And he's going with a lumber camp here close to the gate, so he might cut this over, might overchop here later on. A second gold safe in the back as well. And in extra gold and extra stone, which Modri did almost scout. He did scout the extra stone, not the extra gold, though. The other extra gold on the map here on the left-hand side. Third gold forward outside. One relic on the left-hand side, close to extra berries. One relic on the right-hand side to that second stone. So Modri's map actually looking quite decent. He is on the way to Feudal Age first. As for Dark Noob, has deer inside apparently, probably around here somewhere. Main gold safe in the back, second gold safe in the back. This is really nice to have. And the third gold on the left hand side, close to the walls but outside obviously. Main stone inside, safe to the back as well. Second stone left hand side outside. Both have decent maps. Looks like Dark Noob wants to opt for, let's go for stables here with the Celts. Or is it going to be an archer range? Both is possible, but I guess stable is better against the monks that might come up. So I imagine he wants to go for stables here. Only 2 farms, but 900 food in the bank already. Had a lot of deer, has a lot of food in, and he is now up to Feudal Age, coming with the stable and blacksmith. I don't like this because you could leave 3 tiles open here to get a farm up, but not a big problem, I guess. And the 2 relics that are close to him, one here, relatively close, this one too, and the last relic in a neutral zone of the map. I guess that's also a really fair relic distribution. Now another house coming up. Is he going for scouts already? Double relics coming in. Not sure about horse color. Is that done already? I guess not. Wait, it is. 250, that's horse color farms. And that means the first scout on the way. As for Modri here, went for market and blacksmith in the back here. I don't really like these positions because you could fit a lot of farms around that mill, maybe more, less space here. But like this, you only have that small pocket. Let's see how he's going to continue this. Few idle villagers. No, he caught them in time. Very nice to see. And a lot of villagers on gold, which is just in a monk rush with double monastery possibly. Or maybe a siege workshop coming up forward. But as you can see, there's 2 scouts and +1 already. So Modri has to run away and he is aware. Okay, there is scouts on the field. I might need to go for barracks even. Town center coming up on the main gold and wood line. Nice TC. Bad luck with the house. Maybe it didn't plan as far because you can't fit farmers around here, but it's not a big problem again. We have a lot of space around. And you can see that Modri's scout is almost dead. Now there is a monk waiting and the scout will get healed up. Double monasteries. We have double monk production going. No sanctity yet, but I guess Modri will go for that very soon. And Dark Noob is saying, okay, there is monks on the field. I might want to go for light cav even to stop the conversions, to get a little bit more resistance to conversions here. And the question is there a monk already? Yes, there is the monk for Dark Noob. Sanctuary coming up from Modri. He's got 4 of those monks, gonna try to convert, and that was not a good monk here because the scout is still around and Dark Noob did not pay attention. Now the second monk is going to take that relic in a neutral zone. There's another light cav here guarding this relic. Another TC coming up very close to the first extra TC on the main gold. Going on the main stone, enough space for farms around, but I'm not sure about the TC position. I think on the other side, maybe on the wood line would be better here. Then again, I guess Modri wants to go for castle eventually, and we might even see Samurai in this game. I would love to see Elite Samurai getting used. And, ooh, that was close, in the sense that Dark Noob was able to get that relic in, but the monk died. And now Wheelbarrow coming in from Dark Noob. Dark Noob has 3 TCs, I guess. One on the woodline in that main stone, another TC on the woodline here on the right hand side. That's beautiful actually. Look at the farms coming up. And of course, Dark Noob has a lot of wood because he's got that bonus. And, ooh, nice monk snipe again. Looks like Modri was expecting to get that relic. But there's 3 light cav and nice catch again. Ah, that's 1 conversion, 2 conversions already. No, I think it's 1. And the other 2 light cav are running away. There's 2 more monks for Dark Noob. He's got 2 relics in already, but I don't think he should be able to get another one because where's the other relics? That's now 1 for Modri. I'm missing 1 here. That's 1 relic with the monk. Sorry, other way around. Monk with the relic and the light cav still guarding the relic on the right hand side. Modri can see the relic. I think he should go there, but it looks like he wants to go forward and try to get another conversion in. Very nice to see that Modri is maybe a little bit lucky, but also with a nice timing to get those conversions going. 4th TC on the second gold. Needs to set a gather point here. That's something he forgot about. And that's really close to the edge of the map, but I guess he wants to get a lot of gold in as well. And he's got 3 of those light cav, or his initial scout and 2 light cav against 5 now. It still should be enough to get the relic in, but I guess he lost all the monks here. And in the meantime, both players are booming. 76 villagers for Dark Noob, now it's 76 for Modri as well. And Dark Noob also got 6 of those light cav. He's on the way to Imperial Age. How's the stone count looking? 529. And he probably should try to protect that second stone. He wants to get castles up usually. Loom Stone Shaft Mining coming in. Yeah, that's a good indication for Void Raiders. And he's got 4 TCs as well. He put another TC on the main gold. That means both players will have like 100 villagers around the time that they're both up to Imperial Age, and a castle coming up very far forward. Interesting to see. Ambitious from Dark Noob. I would have preferred to see a castle around that second stone. And Modri is going with the castle in the corner of his map, guarding that second stone as well. Both players apparently want to go for their unique unit, because that's Gold Shaft. I'm not sure about Stone Shaft Mining for Japanese, if that's available. A bit of a scout fight here, light cav fight. Looks like, ooh, they are both on very low HP. The castle is up. That means both light cavs should go down. Maybe one is surviving. No, Modri stopped it. And another castle coming up here. Dark Noob is up to Imperial Age first. Trebuchet coming up immediately second. The castle on the way. And Modri starting to go for a Samurai here. Chainmail and armor on the way for both players. This should be an interesting battle. We have 2 relics for Modri, 2 relics for Dark Noob. Nobody's daring to go. Ooh, no, actually looks like Dark Noob wants to go there. Only 8 range on that castle. That means Modri will not be able to stop the monk with the castle only. And a few nice stone gates and walls coming up to protect that trebuchet. That's 2 more traps on the way, and the castle from Modri is going down really fast here. Is the stone count looking for him? He's got a second castle inside his base. 3rd castle also coming up. He's going to lose that one on the front, and he will want to take stone as long as he can here. He's also taking that extra stone in the back. This is going to allow him. It's going to allow him to go for a lot more castles. Elite Void Raider upgrade coming up already quite early, but there is not a lot of military on the field, so you can afford to go with the upgrades first and then go for the masses, or for mass units. And there's 3 trebuchets against 2 now, but those 2 traps have a free pass on the castle, and Dark Noob has to send villagers back. Also, siege workshops coming up to go for scorpions actually. We might see heavy scorpions in action later on. Against the samurai it makes sense. There's a mangonel. I'd like to see some honor chests from Modri, to be honest. You need something to counter those scorpions. And we might also see trebuchets against those. That would be fun. Catapulta trebuchets are quite strong here. Wolf is better, but Catapulta is some very nice unique tech. And there is 4 more traps moving forward. 1 castle already went down. Oh, sorry for that. This is the dangerous part here. And going with the castles forward means once you have traps against you, you need to repair or you need to lose, or you're going to lose them. And it looks like while Heavy Scorpion upgrade is on the way, that second castle should also go down. There's 6 trebuchets. Dark Noob has no trebuchets whatsoever now, and looks like Dark Noob is switching into Champion Stone, going for the barracks here. Another castle up on that second stone, but he's a lot of lichess on that, so it's gonna be finished soon. Also, Modry trying to take his third gold. At the same time, Dark Noob is going for that extra gold here, and Modry is losing a few villagers, both on 120 plus, Modry even on 130, but the castle went down, and Modry is saying, okay, let's go to the left hand side. Elite Samurai upgrade coming in. 3 castles inside his base. Problem is the walking distance for the samurai can be big, but the castles are quite safe, so you will be able to continuously produce elite samurai. There is the elite warriors coming in to take down the trebuchets. Nice attack here, and Modry is laughing because he left his trebuchets unprotected. There's the heavy scorpions now in action, and elite samurai against elite warriors. The samurai should be a lot better actually in a 1v1 fight, but backed up by heavy scorpions, those warriors are quite good. Another castle coming up from Dark Noob as well. He's taking the gold inside his base, and he's moving with outposts to left hand side. At the same time, Modry is now claiming that extra gold here. That's the other extra gold, and he's found, of course, the gold inside his base. The question is, yeah, Onager coming up. What next? Bootkin arrow for the castles, I guess. 1 trebuchet hitting that castle, 2 counter trebuchets coming up, and military-wise, Dark Noob is ahead. I think that's the scorpions that make the difference. Dark Noob is deciding to go for the trebuchets. This is dangerous, but 1 trap going down, 2 traps down, and there's still a good amount of voters actually surviving this. Nice guerrilla tactic here. Fury Celtic are coming up, very important upgrade for the Celtic Siege, and chemistry also on the way. Now there's a good amount of elite samurai on the field, but there's not really attacking army for Modry. Let's see how he's going to continue and play this. 200 swordsman for Dark Noob. Dark Noob has 2 castles only. He's producing elite Vote Raiders, but he needs to go for those standard infantry units as well, because otherwise he probably won't be able to produce enough. Arson coming up from Modry, because why not? The elite samurai will start to take down buildings very soon, as Modry's plans would say, and a lot of Onage is actually waiting to get some action as well. On the right hand side, Modry overchop. That means Vote Raiders doing what they do best. They're going to start in rage, kill some villagers, but they're dying to these castles. Now Dark Noob knows about the 3 castles here. This is a very important information for him, because he knows he won't be able to snipe those castles from outside, and that means more elite samurai could come his way. Now there's the first big battles. Heavy scorpions against Onages, samurai against Vote Raiders. Actually beautiful battles here. Champion upgrade on the way for Dark Noob. Mod resources looking okay. Dark Noob low on food at this point, but understandable. And Elite Samurai is now moving forward. Castle went down, but 4 trebuchets to defend here. And Elite Samurai they look like they're taking action now. And they're actually taking control over the fight here. A lot of those heavy scorpions going down here. Trebuchets will die too. And those samurai actually have good resistance against these scorpion shots, apparently. 70 HP now for those scorpions. It's a lot, of course. But we have the samurai that's a pretty fast unit and a very strong infantry unit as well. They seem to be good against the scorpions here. Now those few stone walls and gates are still on the map. They don't really say a lot. I was just wondering on the mini-map. And looks like we have a little bit of a ceasefire. 1k golden bank from Modry. Relic-wise, Dark Noob got the last one actually, something I didn't see, but we saw the monk waiting there. And now it's Dark Noob's turn to say, okay, you got honor chest, I will go honor chest too. Looks like that's going to be an interesting fight here. Champions moving forward. The 1v1 samurai should be stronger than the champions. It's like more HP against more attack, but I think the samurai are also attacking faster. Is that possible? And we have Dark Noob now going with the siege. No siege rams yet. We might see them later on, but 48 minutes in, looks like, ooh, nice orange shot here. We have a pretty even game. Dark Noob ahead in score, but the castle advantage to have the unique units, that's something Modry is going for himself. And we have another big fight happening. These scorpions though doing a lot of damage. Orange is helping out. You can see it. The champions are dying quite fast here. Elite Samurai only going down when there's a lot of heavy scorpion shots, and that was a nice orange shot on those scorpions as well. More barracks coming up for Dark Noob. We have an infantry and siege battle here, which is expected between Japanese and Celts. Arbalest was an option to go fast with the Japanese, but you don't really want to do it because you expect oranges from the Celts anyway. Few more outposts coming up here, now one for Modry as well. And villager-wise, Modri is only on 106, so he might be low on resources, and that's actually the case here. By the way, I was asked before why I'm not using the capture age. Apparently it's going to be publicly released in October, from what I read today, and then maybe I'm going to try it out, but I don't have it, so no chance here. And for now, I like the overlay that we have here as well. It's the standard, it's the classic, but it's still working. Fortified wall coming from Modri. Scale barding armor, we're going to see light cav here possibly. Of course, for Celts, I think even Hussar is available. Not the best cavalry upgrades ever, but Hussar is good, and we might see it. Light cav, bloodlines on the way, chain barding armor, scale barding armor from Dark Noob, so both players are actually transitioning into some trash. They know, yeah, we might not have gold forever, and we need it for siege, so we can't afford champions or maybe elite samurai, and that means we need some trash units. Halberdier, possibly, but unlikely for now. And I guess they're gonna try to go with the champions here in Dark Noob's case. And I feel like Modri wants to stay on the Elite Samurai because that's the go-to unit at this point in the game. Now the champions and the Scorpions moving forward. There's another castle here on the left hand side. Modri has 4 castles, 3 inside his base and that one on the left. That one is getting attacked already. There's one trebuchet at least hitting that castle, and the heavy Scorpions still doing a lot of damage. Light Cav now moving in, but they're gonna get caught in the middle of this battle. It's not too good. Husbandry also on the way for Modri, and looks like Dark Noob is spreading to the right hand side, but no military units at military buildings at all. It's just barracks and siege workshops. A few stables now, and Dark Noob is population cap 200 on 135 villagers and almost meteor resources except for gold. And at the same time, still trying to get a good position for the trebuchet to hit the castle. Light Cav moving forward to snipe the onagers potentially. That's one onager going down. More Light Cav moving forward to maybe get some raiding going. No, and the heavy Scorpions still doing a lot of damage on those samurai. The samurai are surviving for now, and they were able to take down trebuchet. So Modri is, for now, able to defend, taking the last 200 gold here. Actually trapped his villagers inside, not a big problem. And Light Cav now moving to the right hand side. They're gonna find a few victims here, to be honest. Like there's a few unprotected farms around. Champions to defend, but Dark Noob is catching this and is saying, okay, I need to move back. I don't want to lose all these villagers. Still, he's got 133, so he could afford to lose a few, but doesn't want to. Makes sense here. And we still have armies trying to find a good fighting spot. Looks like Modri still has more military units, not sure where they are. Maybe somewhere inside his base. For Light Cav here, does he have samurai left? Because if it's only Light Cav, then that's not a good situation to be in. There is the heavy Scorpions again doing a lot of damage on those samurai, and a few of them going down obviously, but that's no more samurai for Modri, and that means Dark Noob has a very good fighting chance now. Still, he doesn't have a lot of gold, and that means pikemen now on the field already against the Light Cav makes sense, and I think we should see more of those Light Cav as well for Dark Noob. As for Modri, resources still not looking good, and they can see he's going 180 villagers now, wants to do that. I think still a magic 120 mark, trying to get some raiding going, but it's only Light Cav fight. And on the left hand side, looks like Modri is able to get more samurai out on the field, and that's a nice attack going. He is going to lose quite a few of those, but he's taking down the rest of the siege units here. Only single Scorpions now on the field, and Modri is suddenly moving forward on the left hand side, taking down Light Cav. We need siege to be able to go through these buildings. Cannot use the Elite Samurai for that, it just takes too much time. He's now moving to the other side, adding his own pikemen makes sense, and I hope we're going to see halberdiers from both players, because pikemen, yeah, it's such a castle age unit, and it doesn't really fit in a post-Imperial Age fight. Still, it's cost like 600 gold to do it, and Modri is the first to be able to go for the halberdier upgrade. In the meantime, Dark Noob is still going for the champions, maybe he was able to save them, cap them on the way, and I think Siege Ram might be a really good option for Dark Noob here, as he wants to go through buildings faster than just with trebuchets, which he cannot really afford, and the Rams I think are more or less the cheapest siege unit that you can get. Heavy Scorpions, you need a lot of them to make them effective, but Siege Ram, like, take 5, and that's really good to go with an attack here. We have champions defending now against Light Cav, against halberdiers. And are we missing any upgrades? I think Japanese missed the +4 defense upgrade. Siege Ram coming up from Dark Noob as expected, and he's got the first cat rams on the field already. The question is where to attack. Are you going on the left hand side where the castle is still standing, but not a lot of economy here? Or maybe try to attack the right hand side another time? Looks like Modri spread his economy to the back of his base, which is nice to see, so there's not really one big bunch of villagers at one space. Maybe here with the wood lines, but Modri has a very evenly spread out economy, I feel. Not sure about Dark Nope, he's got a few farms on the left hand side, guarded by Castle, but raiding going on, even a few Vote Raiders left here. And on the right hand side, a good amount of farms inside his base. Not that big of a wood line. I think pretty much the same for both players, maybe a little bit more concentrated for Dark Nope on this open left hand side. Siege Rams now moving forward, taking down barracks, but there's light cav hitting those Siege Rams, and not so many pikemen or champions to follow this up. And that way the Siege Rams are just going on without even breaching the walls or without even touching them. We might see attack on the gate, but looks like Dark Nope will be happy to just get rid of these barracks apparently, which is not really the best attack ever, but it does some damage. Lightcav now again trying to go in. I think that Castle on only 1k HP should be Dark Nope's next target, but he's taking a little bit of a fight in the middle. Not so many military units around. One siege workshop here on the right, but only an Onager in. And Dark Nope still population capped to 200. And he's got 140 villagers. That means not so much population space for military units. And I think that's why the battle is going a little bit slow here. We have minor fights happening. I think I can go faster for now. Doesn't look like we have a big battle going on. A few raidings, a few minor battles. And the question is, with 142 against now 127 villagers, who is gonna survive longer? Who will have the resources? Who can afford to go for a lot of military units? Dark Nope actually able to afford the Halberd upgrade now. That means we're going to see, I guess, Siege Rams. I don't think we're going to see too many more Heavy Scorpions. Or Elite Voter is even interesting, but I prefer to see Siege Rams or some Siege units. And a lot of trash units now. I don't think either player can afford to go for a lot of champions or even for the a lot of the unique units, which is Voter and Samurai, of course. Yeah, normal raiding here because there's no villagers around. Again, light cav moving to the left hand side, but Dark Nope has realized, okay, my wood line is a little bit exposed, I need to move to the back here. And I think he might even, should even try to, like, building wall this maybe. At the same time, looks like the siege rams were successful to take down that gate. A few heavy scorpions behind that to follow up. And that's the first time that Dark Nope is actually able to go into Modry space. So he's got a population lead, he's got a score lead, population lead not by much. It looks like he will try to use the fact that Modry space is quite secure but now open. Modry doesn't have stone to rebuild that gate, can only go for a palisade gate here, which is something I don't usually want to go for if you can avoid it in post-Imperial Age. It looks like Modry also has a lot of military units now on the field, enough halberdiers to be able to push this back or to fight back, and only the heavy scorpions are really dangerous here. The siege rams are not so good for now when you have an open field battle with melee units, and that's why Modry is facing a lot of heavy scorpions, and looks like Dark Nope still has enough gold, or is getting enough gold in from relics and from selling to actually be able to afford those heavy scorpions. He should defend them a little bit better, maybe go with a few more halberdiers around, and Modry is sending in more and more trash units. That's halberdiers and light cav flooding into this position. I don't think it's a good fight for him because there's the castle firing, there's still heavy scorpions firing from behind, but it looks like he's able to afford it, and that's interesting to see. Modry very low on almost everything now. And I think the flood is going to stop here. One trebuchet to hit the siege workshop, I guess, but that one should go down really fast. A few champions on the field, Hellblade is coming up, and now the heavy scorpions behind the infantry units. Looks like Dark Nope will be able to again start on the push here. 2 siege rams to take down siege workshop, and still a lot of light cav queued up. We have population cap for Dark Nope. Modry not able to stay population capped, and he's so low on everything. 1 hour and 23 minutes in. Looks like Dark Nope's decision to go for 148 villagers is, for now at least, paying off. It looks like he's got more resources in the bank, can afford more trash units, and as long as he's holding, he's got those heavy scorpions to do a lot of damage on any trash unit. As long as he has those, I think he will be fine here, and he might be able to starve Modry here. Very interesting battle. Celts with the siege units they have might be a little bit stronger than Japanese. Japanese, of course, strong halberdiers. They got the light cav, they're almost fully upgraded. But when it comes to no gold or almost no gold post-Imperial Age fights, having the heavy scorpions in those battles and having the siege rams as well, that's proven to be really, really good for Dark Nope. Let it end? Yeah, John Slow switch stream, there's a resign command because I think Tara was playing a 3-hour plus game, and one time in 3 minutes, please make it stop. But Modry is not giving up here. He is instead going to cut through the forest. That is beautiful and start a raid, using halberdier and light cav. Look, this is just beautiful. What a nice idea. At this point in the game, 1 hour and almost 30 minutes in, he is starting the big raid, and Dark Nope is losing at least 25 villagers, maybe more. Look at this, Dark Nope suddenly in trouble, and while he's able to take down the castle and even use the siege rams to get down more buildings, the big attack is going on the right-hand side, or the raiding is happening, and I think Darknoob should be able to recover from that, but he's on 107 villagers only, lost more than 40 villagers in the last 2.5 minutes, and that's a very, very good attack from Modri. I'm impressed to see this, to be honest, but it's a beautiful idea, and Modri doesn't seem to have lost the edge, or doesn't seem to be too rusty, and as you can see, Darknoob at this point was at a 2k2 level almost. Modri only going back to the 2k level and starting to play good again. It takes some time. This game, he's proving that he wasn't like 2k2 or something in the previous days, like last year or something. And he still knows how to play this. So many units that if you look at this, it's just crazy. Everywhere there's still some raiding going on, but somehow Darknoob was able to afford some stone walls apparently, and he's getting rid of the barracks as well. So raiding stopping for now. Instead, Modri is sending all the units on the other side. You can see the KD here, 550 difference almost, at least 450, almost 400. Almost 500, I think it's more 400 difference now in the KD. And Modri somehow, with 112 villages, is able to afford all the halberdiers, and they're still moving in, getting attacked by heavy scorpions. They're dying really fast, and it looks like another breach has happened, another onager to go in to open the forest here. And Darknoob's safest wood line is now on the other side, where it's completely open actually, and looks like Modri is realizing this and sending in light cav. Darknoob saying, okay, yeah, there's light cav coming in, I need to defend here, but there's blue units, Japanese units inside Darknoob space everywhere now, and despite the fact that the score difference is big and in favor of Darknoob, feels like Modri has a good game going for him. I wonder where this is going, because the biggest problem is still those heavy scorpions and the champions. You are just not able to take them down easily. You can try to go with the light cav, but Modri is now low on everything. Look at this, not even 500 food in the bank, and he's losing the last of the raiding light cav here, taking Darknoob down to 64 villages only. Oh my god, but Darknoob has a lot of wood in the bank, and he can go for more farms, can replace his villagers. Has a lot of army now going, 129 military units, and that's going to be tough to stop, because by taking down villagers, Modri allowed Darknoob to get his units that he queued up all over the barracks and stables and so on. He allowed them to get produced, and suddenly with 128 villagers, Darknoob has a big attack going. Just one siege that's the biggest problem. Put some in the halberdiers and make it faster, make it stronger. You want to go into those through those walls, and looks like Modri is trying to defend now with light cav surrounding this army, but the heavy scorpions dealing damage to all directions, and there's even a few of those elite samurai still on the field. Interesting that Modri could afford them. Only champions and one even champion, I'm not sure, to go in, but now there's a small opening, and I think Darknoob is going to try to do as much damage as possible now. There's not a lot of military units around inside Modri's space. He's sending them all out, and while Modri is somehow able to control the middle, looks like he cannot do a lot against this army that is pushing through now. TC going out to halberdiers and a few champions maybe, but it's only halberdiers here. That's terrible to say the least, but it's effective obviously, and still fighting's in the middle where Modri has a little bit of an advantage. Darknoob now saying, okay, I can send a few heavy scorpions to the left hand side as well, so I'm not getting destroyed here, and the champions moving in to start and raid, take down buildings. There is a few elite samurai to defend, so Modri should be fine here, but he as well is only on roughly over 100 military units. The thing is, he's got a really nice base layout. There is small gaps to go through, but it's not easy to maneuver a big army through those little gaps, and looks like there's a bit more raiding going with the halberdiers. In the meantime, we have a big fight happening in the middle, not so much. Looks like Darknoob is winning that one as well. And 1 hour and 48 minutes in, looks like Darknoob has the advantage now. Still 80 military units, he's back to 100 and almost 10 villagers, so he's got a decent economy going, he's got a lot of food in the bank. That means he can produce many light cav, which he's not queuing up now. Interesting to see. Not sure why, maybe he forgot about it, maybe he's trying to micro his army. He lost the last of the raiders and didn't take down so many villagers, or maybe Modri just replaced them. But now barracks coming up forward, and looks like Darknoob is saying, okay, I want to get that control over the middle and start to attack Modri's base here. The KD is hugely in favor of Dark Noob, and military-wise it looks good for him. Modri is still low on everything, and we almost have no idle villagers, but Modri is investing into villages now and is constantly getting attacked and really cannot fix these walls. Looks like Dark Noob is gaining more and more ground here on the right-hand side. He's got a few more bergs coming up to stop any more raidings, and now Modri is in trouble because Dark Noob is able to afford a few champions to go in, heavy scorpions behind that, and he's still going to raid on the left-hand side where Modri still didn't bother to close this. I think he should have closed that. But Modri, yeah, very low on everything, a little bit of wood in the bank. That's pretty much it. Now in 54 minutes in, I think we might see the GG really soon. As far as I remember, it was a 2 hour and something. It was below on 2 hours, but I'm pretty sure, and if I should bet, I would say, yeah, Dark Noob is taking this now. Population difference now is quite big, military difference, and there's sea trams moving in, heavy scorpions still behind that. There is still just no way to get rid of these heavy scorpions. A trebuchet here, actually. Not sure why Modri was doing that. Maybe he had it left over from somewhere, but Dark Noob is sending in more and more military units, and he should be able to go to the 2k kills in this game, which is amazing. Modri calling a GG after that. I hope you enjoyed this one. Seems like Celts might be a little bit better, but Modri proved that he's a very, very good player. He was able to defend with the Japanese for so long, had a beautiful raid going on. Hope you enjoyed this game. See you in the next ones. GG.